She is the founder of Rise to Evolve and your go-to girly for turning your story into a scroll-stopping brand. What would you say to someone who has 100 drafts in their someone who has 100 drafts sitting in their album? Like, what would you say to them? Tell us about how to use trial reels.
It was really interesting when she told me you did personal training and then you pivot towards content creation and then marketing and things like that. I just wanted to know how you got into that.
What's one moment you questioned it all?
Yeah.
And what reminded you of your purpose? Any insight or tip that into like Instagram 20 what's to come? Do you have any hot tips?
Welcome to Seems Legit, the podcast where two fashion founders spill the tea on all things business, burnout, and building brands that usually don't fall apart.
Welcome back to Seems Legit. On this week's episode, we have the incredible Anastasia. She is the founder of Rise to Evolve and your go-to girly for turning your story into a scroll-stopping brand. If you have ever struggled with content creation, branding, or you're just wondering, what the fuck do I post today? This episode is for you. Welcome to the pod, Anastasia. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know you or Rise to Evolve or what you do, tell us a little bit about what you do and who you are.
Yeah. So you honestly did a great job introducing me.
That was really good.
Really good. I don't have a lot to add, but really just anything from content creation to strategy, social media marketing. Yeah, I'm your girl. I love to just strategize everything for a brand and just like make it as looks as possible and just help other brands attract clients to them rather than having to always continuously do outreach for themselves.
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, you've done a great job of that. We've worked together for years. You've done lots of our content. You've coached me. It was incredibly helpful and forever grateful. So very excited to get into it.
Yeah, I heard that you used to be in fitness.
Yeah.
And then you were a personal trainer. I'm also a fitness content creator. That's how I started learning more about social media and how to be more confident with camera and then maybe not care about what other people think of me when I post things. And it was really interesting when she told me you did personal training and then you pivot towards content creation and then marketing and things like that. I just wanted to know how you got into that. Like what made you
Like a total transition.
Fitness.
What is the pivot moment?
Yeah, because I think a lot of women change, right? And a lot of women want to change what they're doing, and it's fucking tough. It's scary. It can be scary.
It's so scary, but I think I'm just kind of like the pivot queen at this point because like so many people ask me like, how did you do this? This is such a common question. And truthfully, when I have an idea, I just act on it because for me in my head, like the fear of regret of not going after it is so much greater than the fear of just kind of like sitting on the sidelines and be like, okay, like what if I would be really great at this? And then I just never went after it. But the transition from fitness to online marketing and social media really just happened from me marketing my own personal training business on social media because I was marketing myself. I was only doing organic social media marketing. I hired my first mentor in 2020 and I was like, I was clueless. Like I didn't know how to do anything at all. Like I was just using social media for my own, personal vacation posts and whatnot. Like we all did.
As we do.
From 2014 days up until 2020, I didn't use it as a business. I was just, posting my outfits and whatever, like just for fun. But I was just marketing my own business. I was hopping on the trends. I was just having fun with it. And then from there, I was doing network marketing. So I had to build up my social media presence even more. And then from there, people would just naturally ask me hey, can you help me set up a reel? Hey, can you help me do more aesthetic content? Or how do you do this? How do you do that? And then it just kind of clicked for me. I'm like, why am I not turning this into some kind of service and business? And even actually I remember at that vision board.
Just thinking.
Yeah.
Literally just thinking. I was literally the day I met you, I asked you how to do things.
Yeah.
And it's the first day I met her. I literally was like, oh my God, how did you do this?
Yeah,
how did you do that?
Yeah. And it was honestly it was just kind of nothing was planned by any means. It was just all of the questions coming to me. And I just had to kind of sit with it for a moment. Because you even said, you're if you had a one-to-one program, I would pay you to help me, just to go on a meeting meeting with you and you just like teach me how to do everything. And I was just thinking in my head, like, who would actually do that? Do I need to do a course? Do I need to like overcomplicate my offers? And you're like, no, I just like need you to like help me with some questions I have on like a weekly basis. And then I'm like, you know what? I'll just like put together an offer. And then we started with you. Like you were my first like real mentorship client.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like
gosh,
the
I
real
love
one-to-one.
this.
Cause I was like, I could totally do this. And then from there, cause that was now like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But ever since then,
Because you just took off.
yeah,
It did.
Like everything just really took off for
Really
you.
fast.
Really fast.
Really fast.
because you were my first client. And then after that, I started posting about this offer. And then people were just like, oh my God, like
Sign me up, take
Yeah.
my money.
Yeah,
Which is
literally.
amazing.
Like within a week, it was
Wow,
like,
chill.
yeah, and it was great, but that was like the first like mentorship offer that I launched. It was really just about listening to what people wanted and what people needed and then creating a solution to that problem, which is like, okay, let's just try it out. And now like 2, 3 years later, whatever it is, I don't even know, like I just really streamlined that process to be like, okay, there's like 10 questions that always come up. So let's just like pre-record these videos and pre-record these answers to like give them out now.
Yeah.
And is that what you put out on Instagram? Or when you say pre-record, is that part of your
More so like now, since like you were my client back then, like now I have like just more of like a self-study program where people can kind of like go through their own stuff, and then if they need like additional questions they can, you know, reach out. But yeah, that's kind of like how the mentorship kind of happened, is just really listening to what people needed help with, and then creating an offer around that.
and a solution, which is like this is I feel like this is a very common well, I think it's very common in business, but it's a very common theme on the pod because me the same with my business and your business. And literally in our intro in our first episode we were saying like that is how you start a business. And I think what I hear, which I'm really taking away from that, is how important it is to kind of when you get those moments. Ooh, I got chills. Like when you get those moments of like, could I do this? Like, could this be something?
Yeah.
You really sit with that and like, and or take it and run.
I think
you know,
run.
Take it and run because it
Always.
if you're thinking it, then like, and then look, it just completely took off. Yeah, you don't want to overthink and then not act.
Yeah. I meet so many people who have so many great ideas.
Yes.
And then they like, oh, we sat on it for 5 years. I'm like, what? She's like, I just couldn't put myself through it. Now I regret the moment that I should have started it then. But now I want to start it. I'm like, this could have been a whole business now. If you start.
Since that initial idea.
I mean, and we don't know, right? It could have also gone either way. It could,
I could have also went right now.
now.
Yes.
But it's the faith. Like, you just have to take little
I think that's the thing is like listening to yourself. You know, like and trusting yourself and trusting the process.
Yeah, because nothing is overnight, but I truly believe like success like speed. So if you just act on things, success will follow. And whether it's from your original idea or not, like something else is gonna flow into you to evolve and build off of that original idea.
I just had
100%.
like something that I know you probably like, but something that you told me, and I hear it in my head, and I literally just, when you said success like speed, I literally just started thinking about it because you always would tell me just to post, like you, like just post it, like and I literally hear you all the time, and I have drafts, like so many drafts, and it's true. Do we all not have like 100 fucking drafts? So. And I know you always said like just post it. Like if you have it, post it. You need to post 2 times a day, just post it. But we all have this fatigue, not fatigue. We all have this like inability to post these drafts. And I don't know what that is. Do you like what would you say to someone who has 100 drafts in their someone who has 100 drafts sitting in their album? Like what would you say to them?
I mean, it's perfectionism, but it's just really procrastination. And then when you dissect that even further, it's a fear of something. So you really have to dig deep and get deep with yourself. But you're like, okay, what is the fear? What am I avoiding? Because it's just avoidance, right? So your avoidance is you're just scared of a consequence of some sort. So if you're making a post, if your posts are in drafts, for example, and it's just sitting in drafts, it's safe because nobody sees it. And when no one sees it, you're not visible and you're not vulnerable either. So nobody can comment anything negative. Nobody can judge you. Nobody can have any input on it because it's
good or bad. Like no one
Good
can
or
also
bad.
say,
And
"Oh
you
my god,
never
this is
know.
amazing,"
Yeah,
and you
you
don't.
never
Yeah.
know.
exactly, you'll never know, but it's I think truly it's the fear of being judged and seen and canceled or just any like negative connotation. And then with that, I always ask yourself, or I want you to ask yourself, okay, why am I so scared of being judged? Do you feel like an imposter? What are you doing that's making you feel like an imposter, or is it just something new? And what I see a lot of times is people are just really scared to be a beginner. But really, like, I was just having this conversation with a girlfriend yesterday, and I'm like, the only people who are judging your content
Yes.
are people who are not posting content themselves.
Yeah.
Because every single person that posts content knows how weird and awkward and even cringy it is to
Cringy.
film it. Even by yourself in a room, closed door, nobody around you. You're like, oh my God, like, what am I doing? Like, am I actually going to post
Even
this?
right now, the three of us sitting here talking, we've got all these cameras set up. We're just talking to each other.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
the people that are judging you and they're going to say anything about you, they don't, and they're not doing it, and they really don't matter. But
Don't matter.
you're 100% right. I think
Don't
it's just
matter.
it's fear.
Yeah.
It's the fear of being judged.
And there are so
Yeah.
many things around like getting canceled or you saying the
Yeah.
wrong things.
It's
I
real.
myself don't care.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
very
That's
unfiltered.
good.
We're a little
I'm
unhinged
like-
here.
Very unhinged. I like
Yeah.
posting, and if I get like a comments that's maybe not very appealing to me, I
Yeah.
absolutely not gonna care.
Yeah.
And I think
We
that's
love that.
because I've been posting
Yeah.
for so many years.
Yes.
but,
Do you
like,
think it has a difference
Yes.
between someone who has a personal brand versus someone who has a product based business? Because even just before we started filming and we were talking about
Yeah.
me having so much resistance and hesitation towards
Yeah.
marketing, towards posting certain things or marketing things in certain ways versus if someone has a
Yeah.
personal brand and it's really
Yeah.
just kind of it's just you might lose some followers
Yeah.
but it's not. I don't know. Do you think that there's a difference between that, or is the fear just kind of all this? I think it's the same for all of us.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
think-
the fear. I think the fear is there. If anything,
Doesn't
I
seem
think
like you
the
have the fear.
personal. Yeah, I think the personal brand is even like worse.
Yeah,
it's like
because
your
it's your
face forward.
personal.
Canceled
Yeah.
as a person.
You're
But
canceled.
what
as
if
a
you're?
person.
What if you?
You're
I know,
done.
like-
But then what if you're the face
the
of the
country.
product brand?
So I would still say that's like yours is very unique because you almost like kind of meshed your personal brand and your product brand.
This
Like
is,
you're very
this
face
is
forward in
literally
your
my whole.
business.
It is my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
I live and breathe.
Yeah.
The Snugget.
Yes.
That is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I think maybe the question would be better framed between like a brand versus business. Because you're like, your brand is really just your personality, the vibe, the aesthetic, all these things, missions, your values, whatever. But your business is like, if you're making money off of this
Right.
brand,
Yes.
then of course you're going to care more because you're like, okay, well, now I have an income attached to my brand and I do care more because that's my income, that's my livelihood.
And you don't want to do anything to rock the boat.
Yeah. So, of course, I think when you're at a stage in your online brand journey that you are monetized and you do have a business attached to it, of course, you're going to care a little bit more because there's more to lose. And to get over that fear, it's just putting in the reps. Like
It's
when
the practice.
It's the
You're
practice.
100% right.
Videos out there.
God, you know what? Don't worry, I will be. Sorry,
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will be.
100%.
I will be.
It's really about the
You're right.
reps.
The reps, the practice, just
Really
practice
about the
doing
reps.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you heard it here.
Yeah.
Get those drafts out.
Yes.
Get those videos out of your
Those ones
drafts.
here with
You have
Yeah.
gold in there, ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really
Post
do.
it. You do.
But you know
Find
what
my
I've been
phone.
doing is like I've been drafting the drafts. This is what I do for my social media management clients and also for myself a lot more. Is if I'm done editing the reel, I just instead of having it sit in drafts, I just pick a day to schedule it out within Instagram, like within the app. Because that way I'm like, it's gonna go out in 3 days. And if I forgot that I scheduled it, whatever, it's out, it's live. And that actually just happened to me today.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
post it and you're like, oh,
Yeah, I
Really?
scheduled it at 9 a.m.
Yeah.
So you make the reel
Yeah.
and then just schedule it for a time in advance.
Yeah.
And then you're you're out.
You're out. Because at the end of the day, you're building your brand awareness.
Yeah, you
you're
just have to-
building your
Yeah,
feed.
okay.
And people are going to like it or not like it. And most of the clients that I've had, they're not the ones hyper liking all my posts. They're secretly watching, they're quietly watching, and then they're emailing me like on their own time, privately.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, everyone?
So, yeah.
Okay.
Your likers
So-
are not your customers a lot of the time. Like, or your engagers are not your customers.
That is actually, I would also say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same with me too.
Yeah.
And like I would talk to them, they're like, "Oh, we watch your post." I'm like, "You don't even follow me."
But did you buy
You were
it?
like, I've never seen you like anything.
Yeah, never
Oh,
like.
yeah, it's
"Oh,
like your
what?"
customers, you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're like,
yeah.
oh, we see, we've been watching you, we see
Yeah,
what
they
you're
watch,
doing,
they
and you're like,
follow, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Let's email me."
But I will say, I also have been experimenting with trial reels.
tell us about
I love
how to use trial reels. Tell me for other people that are not, that haven't had any success with only minimal effort.
Try again. Post again, because the first, I would say like your first 10 reels are probably gonna get like nothing, because it's such a new feature, and Instagram literally tells you in that feature like, hey, we're looking for the right audience for your content. It might take a little bit longer. So your job is to keep putting the same kind of content within the same industry, within the same niche, within the same like the things that you want to just continuously talk about anyways within your brand. Just keep posting the same things over and over again. Now, what to post on trial reels? If you have content that's done really well organically on your page, repost it on trial reels.
Oh, that's what you do. So you post it and then you do
Yeah.
for
So
example.
if somebody
Even
has
before
done
trial
well
reels,
on your Instagram
Yeah.
page, just take that and put it into a trial.
Yeah, yeah. And I would like, even before like trial reels did come out, like I would just repost it on the feed again anyways, and it would still do well. But with trial reels, what I've been noticing, just again, trial and error, like we always have to experiment in marketing. Like it's really just throwing spaghetti at the wall sometimes, especially with something new, like a new feature. You just have to try it out and see how it works for you and your brand. But I will say focus on the reels, focus on the posts that are already doing well, and just post them like, some people post like 10 times a day for trial reels, and it's a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot.
So, like, tip number one for trial reels is to repurpose your reels that are already performing well on your page. Tip number two is to focus on growth content. So, the funny stuff, the trends, like things that are like, yeah, like, remix reels. Like, I remix a lot of reels on trial reels, like memes and stuff like that. Yeah. And those.
One thing I do remember you saying, and this wasn't to me, but just to your audience, that I thought was really, really good advice, was that your Instagram, or if you have a business or you want to start a business or a personal brand, is not for your friends.
No.
And I thought that was really powerful, because we all,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that also probably stops like a beginner,
Because
like, oh my
you
God, my
don't want to be
friends
judged
watch
by
it,
your
people-
friends
you're
and
gonna
like
watch
the
it.
people I went to high school with and people I
Yeah.
work
Who cares?
with, you know.
You're like, I don't care. I could care
Let
less.
them watch me.
Like, I am here to be seen. You really just have to work on your mindset and just remind yourself of why you're doing this. You're not doing it for your friends and family. You're doing it to help others, bigger impact, other people, strangers.
Think about your why. That's where
think
your
about
why
your
comes
why.
in. Yeah. But would you
Your
say
why.
to start a different page? Like, I guess I'm thinking about, like, if you are hesitant to post on your page because you're cringy, you don't want people to see, you don't want to be judged by your friends, your family, your coworkers. You just start a whole new page and you don't invite them. And
I would say so. And I always recommend that to my clients too, because it's like, it's psychological too. Like, it's a fresh, clean slate. You know, whether it's conscious or not in the back of your mind, like, you don't have those people from high school watching or potentially watching. Like, it's just,
pointing.
yeah, it's as much as we don't want to admit it, I feel like most people do stop themselves because they know, okay, I have like 1,000 followers since I started my page in 2014 or whatever it was. Like, I don't want to have these people in my audience. And then you can start like your secret page or whatnot, and you don't have to announce it to your personal people or inner circle if you don't want to. If you do want to, the people that want to follow you will follow you, and the people that won't.
Yeah.
And that's totally fine. Like, I did that for my fitness stuff.
Because you've had the same page through all of your different phases of your career, right?
I'm just thinking, or I mean, right now, Instagram is also just a media channel. Like, it's really a media channel. So you can personally brand yourself intentionally, sharing whatever you want, whatever you don't want, but you can really just create your online persona however you want. And you do hold and can hold power with that. And then whatever else you want to build down the road, like if you want to build product-based business or whatever, like you can launch it, and that can be its own page because it's a business. It doesn't have to be tied into like, this is who I am, and now this is also
I
my
know this is all these
personality
and bringing
again.
all of these other things
Because then it's
into that.
confusing.
Yeah.
And then you're like, now I really don't know what to
Yeah.
post because it's like,
And your
people follow
audience
me-
is confused.
yeah, they're so confused, and
Like,
they're probably going to be
yeah.
really disengaged because they're
Yeah.
like, well, I
You're
followed
not
her
gonna
for
find-
this,
Yeah.
and now she's talking about this, and
Or
that's
I
totally
came here for
fine.
this, and
Yeah.
now I'm seeing they're like all this like
Yeah.
food, or
Yeah.
you know, but I'm
Yeah.
here for
Something
the
else.
machine she's working on, or you know.
Yeah, and you know, like that is cool, and that's okay. Like if you have a personal brand and you're intentionally creating a personal brand, I will never say to anyone just to pick one niche and to only post about that. If you're a personal brand, post about literally everything that lights you up, that makes you happy, that excites you. Because then, first of all, you're going to create more and more content if it actually makes you happy. You're going to stay more consistent. And then number two, you're going to see like, okay, what do you like posting about more? And then like lean into that in like 3-4 months after you posted like 100 times or whatever.
Figure out what lights you up.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And that's your personality. That's your personal brand. And then if again, like if you want to launch something later on down the road, you can launch something and then let your personal brand audience know about it, but then really hone into it as a business. Like run your ads, run a separate marketing campaign for it, run a separate Instagram page, like rebrand
And do
it
trial reels.
and do trial reels. Yeah. Yes.
And remixes.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
good to you because you're talking about personal branding, and we know that like I do personal branding on my fitness. I have fashion. So it's a whole different. And at
Yeah.
first, it was a little bit hard for me to separate things because I was trying to fitness, and then I have to think fashion, and it's a business. We have employees, so I can't just be like,
Very
it's
different.
me, my face. You know, I had to like separate myself from Wear Lab, which is our business.
But do you?
I try to put less.
You come. I feel like you come with the knowledge.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
you are the face behind the company. So you're the one with the knowledge. So why not put that knowledge out there so that when someone is looking to work with someone, be like, oh my God, like look at she's brilliant. She knows what she's talking about.
Yeah.
You know, I love that.
Yeah, so you do think we do think putting a face to a business or a bigger company or whatever that is, small or big, is good to see.
Whenever you're ready to.
Yeah.
Like you don't always have to be face forward,
Yeah.
but I mean people will automatically engage with the face so much more than a faceless thing anyways. But again, like if yeah, it's trust. It's brand and trust. It's brand and trust because people are going to buy into you because they love you for who you are and what you have to offer.
I think that's a huge thing too. Because I'm just thinking, imagine people are looking at your page and your company and they're like, well, I don't really know who runs it. And maybe there's a woman that's like, I don't know, is there's a man running this?
Maybe they
Is
want
this
a female.
maybe that's what I mean. And then they're like, oh wow, like she's just like me. Like she, you know, I get a good feeling from her.
Yeah.
You know, all these things, right?
I agree. I guess then you look at the business you're starting, and then based on that, you kind of decide, do I want to put my face?
Yeah.
Or do I want to separate from it?
100%. I mean, I think when you're starting a business, you just have to look at your basics first. Like, what solution am I providing for who? What are the pain points? What are the desires? What are the blah, blah, blah? Like, start off with that. And then your marketing content will come from you really getting super clear on what you're actually offering to someone. How you communicate it, it's totally up to you. You can hire people to do your content and they can be the face of your brand. Or you can do like, okay, well, it's like founder pop-up day. And now it's going to be like the founder of the day. And I'm going to talk about, you know, a little bit more about like the brand, like intention and the mission and whatever.
I love that.
But it's like, I think that's just, it's so confusing for so many people because they ask me that all the time. Like, do I have to do it? It's like, of course you don't have to, but it can have a greater impact longer term. And you're going to be able to attract really amazing people if you actually put yourself out there. Like,
I would love to see more. I would love to hear more of
Founders.
more from you.
Yeah.
Like, and what you do and what the purpose is
Like why?
behind. Yeah. And like,
It's your story, which is your story. Your story is your core of your brand.
and your expertise. Like and especially as you're transitioning into this kind of new part of your business, I think I find it fascinating and I think it's important. I would love to know more, to see more,
I
of that.
think I should. I feel like one thing I am not comfortable with is talking on camera. Like most of my content is 20 music.
Yeah, and video.
And videos of like whatever that is.
Yeah.
It's never or trendy like text or something. I never actually speak on the camera. I think that's something I
But you know what's best is list down like all of the frequently asked questions that come up in your business and just answer them.
Yes, I love
That is fantastic.
Record the answers.
And that's easy. And you know that this is what you get asked all the time. You have the answer. It's easy. You don't have to think about it. And you know that people are going to ask.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that's perfect.
I get asked all the time.
And that's useful.
And it's useful. I think people actually would enjoy. I think what stops me from doing it's like, do I sound boring? Like, you know, when you talk for like quite some time, I'm like, okay, well,
keep it short.
Just keep it,
Just chop it up.
Just chop it.
Just get to the point.
Yeah, just chop it up. Like record yourself. It can be long form content, right? But then it's like if you're doing it in the format of like FAQs, like frequently asked questions.
I love that idea.
Just answer one question. And if you catch yourself rambling, just like edit out the ums and like, you know, just edit it out. Like that's okay.
I like that. I think when it's starting.
Yeah, one answer is one reel. Like
I love it. I love this for you. Oh my God, yay. Okay, so we are all two of us need to be held accountable. Yay. We have a great person to hold you accountable, trust me.
And you just like I would just invest in like learning how to produce your own content calendar so you can plan a few posts in advance. Do your own research being like really just scroll like
see what's
what's trending right now. Like save like 10 posts. Okay, like even if I post once a week, that's great. That's still once a week, and at least like you can batch it and do like everything yourself. Like I think with organic social media, it's not really about investing that much in the beginning if you don't have the money to invest. It's really just about having a plan, like your time.
Time and plan.
It's your time investment, because if you don't have a plan, you're literally planning to fail and just getting overwhelmed and not posting. And then a month goes by and you're like,
that is where I'm at right now.
I think that's a big one.
Yeah, I think we're all feeling overwhelmed when you wear all the hats. You feel and like I have been posting to social media for so long. I have had multiple coaches. I have had all these things. I know the best thing. I literally said to my hairdresser yesterday, I know the best thing to do is to take the day or 2 days to plan out everything. Now I'll be scheduling it, but I don't because that seems overwhelming to me. And then every day in the week, I have to then take the hours it takes me to make and post, and it's just like it's a struggle. So and I know we're not alone.
Yeah, no, not alone, like at all. But and then whenever you're ready to invest,
honestly, just invest in someone to do it for you.
Just honestly, like if you have the means, like even if it's like a $2,500 budget, see like what you can find. If someone can take like 2 posts a week off your plate for $2,500, great. Like that's 2 posts a week, and then maybe you can fill in the gaps with like stories or whatever.
I guess it gives you your time back. I think that's the difference too, right? And you're not worrying and then not doing it. Because I think we worry about it and then we just don't do it.
Yeah, and then it's like what's actually costing you more, like not posting and missing out on business potentially, or $2,500 a month for for the first little bit, and then potential to really like blow up. Like you just never know. Like
exactly, you never know. You have to try it. And one good thing she pointed out was creativity. I feel like when you're so into your zone and like that's the only way you see it, at some point you start losing that creative side of you.
Totally.
And like what do you say to someone that like don't have anything in them anymore? Like sucked out all the creativity out of them.
I think.
Do you think taking a step back, like do you think just take some time to step back and reevaluate?
Always. And
take a break.
Take a break,
babe. Take a break.
Take a break, babe.
You deserve a break, babe.
Matcha. Go for a walk.
Have a matcha. Go for a walk.
Honestly, because like
when you're just sitting there, like on your phone scrolling.
You're not doing it. No.
You're overwhelmed. You're comparing yourself. Whether you're like, I don't compare.
You're comparing. You are comparing yourself. We are all doing it.
We're all doing it. And what's even worse when you're like sitting there looking for inspiration on your phone, like you're just bombarded with other people's opinions, and they're just posting content too, whether it's actually true or not. You don't know. So it's not about taking every social media coach's advice or every like branding advice, whatever. Like your brand best, but it's so easy to lose sight of your brand when you're consistently just like
looking at other
elsewhere
things and else.
So it's like come back to your why, take a break, take a social media break too, because social media creates urgency, right? Like we're like, okay, if we're not posting, we're missing out.
There's FOMO.
I do feel like that.
There's just like I need to, but it's like, okay, let's just reframe it. Instead of like I need to post today, it's like what can I post today to just build up my brand awareness, to make a client feel more seen and heard by my brand, and like go with that. I think and to get to that point, again, you have to be really, really clear on who you're posting for, what your offer is, what solution
And
you're
the value.
providing.
I know you are big on value. Like
Yeah.
I remember you always saying like,
Yeah.
I'd rather you post like
Yeah.
2 or 3 really valuable things than
Yeah.
just throwing a bunch of crap
Yeah.
out there
Yeah.
just to like get something
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah.
And
And like value doesn't have to be like education, 3 tips to blah, blah, blah. It's like value could really be like, this is how I'm going to like help someone feel inspired today. I'm going to help them laugh today because I'm entertaining them for, a quick 30 seconds. Like that's still providing value. And I think also like
any insight or
fatigue.
tip that into like Instagram 20 what's to come? Do you have any hot tips?
I think for sure because it's the consumer that changes it, right? So it's like you have to think of the consumer on the app. So the consumer is using Instagram nowadays to feel inspired, entertained, to like just decompress after a stressful day or whatever. They're not going to go on Instagram necessarily to be like, I really need to buy this thing today, or I really need to see my 3 tips too, or how to, like I can just chat GPT that now. I don't go to Instagram for my how-to tips. I go to chat. Like I go like to other things. So I'm like, I'm opening it for inspiration, to have a quick laugh. Yeah. So what can you do within your brand that makes sense that you can entertain someone or you can inspire them or you can motivate them? Like, and again, if you're feeling creative fatigue or creative burnout, like just go for a walk, take a break, take a week off, take a month off, whatever you got to do. But once you know, and I know it's like really cliche and cheesy, but truly like you're not going to find inspiration when you're just like sitting in your rotting. It will never solve. I invest in those 2 platforms. Instagram for lead generation, again, like grow, lead gen, and the name itself, and then I nurture a lot in emails. And I think
that's the same with me.
You do that too.
Wow, I will just say it, like doing emails has changes the
Very
game.
conversion.
Changes the game.
Yeah. Newsletter.
Oh, the best ones.
Yes.
They're so good. They're
Yeah.
so good. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so good. Shout out to Ree. You're amazing. Thank you. I love
Yeah.
you. I couldn't do it without you.
Yeah.
And because you can't do everything. You can do a lot yourself, but it takes a lot of time.
It takes
And,
a lot of time.
and we love
You don't
email.
need to.
you don't need to, right? Like you can outsource, slowly. Like the things that really just suck the life out of you. Okay, what can I automate?
That's the
What can I
things. The things
delegate?
you don't like doing. Yeah.
Get
Because
it
you'll
out.
never like doing them.
You'll never like it. And then you'll start resenting your business.
100%. You start putting it.
other
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. Outsource the things you do and the things that you're not good at.
Yeah.
Because you do not have to be
Yes.
good at everything.
No.
Trust me. There's
And
a lot
nobody
of
is.
No.
Nobody
No.
is.
Yeah.
So if you see someone doing it all on Instagram, like they probably have a social media strategist, they probably have a manager, they probably have a content creator.
Yeah, they probably have an editor. They probably have a videographer.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like,
they
it
probably
takes
have an
a- it
assistant.
takes
They
a
probably,
village.
yeah.
It takes a village.
It does. It
If
does.
someone's like fully like a full-time content creator, if it looks flawless, like it's because they put in the reps. And if they make it look easy, it's because it wasn't.
It's not.
It's not.
Dude, the amount of time and effort
not
and
easy.
people it takes to do like a 30-second video is so outrageous.
insane.
They show the back and you're like, okay,
Yeah.
it took a
Yeah,
long
it took a
time
lot.
to-
And okay, so we're gonna do some rapid fire. This is my absolute favorite.
I'm scared. Like,
This is my favorite.
I've had too much coffee. Like, let's go.
So we just kind of covered one, but I'm going to say it anyways. Instagram or TikTok.
Instagram.
Okay. Business trend that you are over, or like an Instagram trend that you are over.
You don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, you don't want to
Sick of
see
it.
it. You don't want to hear it.
Oh my
Sick of
god.
it.
It's like the GER one.
Everybody hates that.
Stop. Like that's that. Like I don't
I
want to
love that one.
I hate it. Like
I-
just like
Yeah,
enough.
it's like every time it
That's
comes
it.
on your feed, you're like, oh. Last time you had a "what the fuck am I doing" moment.
Oh, like last week.
Like every day. I was like every day.
I don't know. Like yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
And your current guilty pleasure brand, like something that you maybe indulge in that you wouldn't admit.
I would say though, I think like it's not a brand, but just like a strawberry matcha latte.
There, okay,
Oh.
that's what I'm looking for. Yeah.
$11. Like it's
Oh,
ridiculous.
Take my money.
But I'm like, sometimes I'm just like, I just want this big giant strawberry jam green drink. It looks so pretty and it's so
It's
good.
just
What's the first thing you do when you get stuck in a content rut? Go out for. I'm thinking kind of go out for. a walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
go out for a run.
Yeah. Throw my phone against it. like,
Throw your phone again
Yeah.
and put it under a pillow
Yeah.
and just walk away.
Yeah, I will actually like. It's so bad. My boyfriend's like, "Stop throwing your phone." I'm like, why? It's like going on the floor.
Do you really throw it?
I really throw it.
No
Like,
way.
I actually like because sometimes if I'm just like doom scrolling or if I'm just like really in a rut, I will physically just like toss it. I'll make sure like I'm like aiming it at the couch or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Like, but I will actually throw it,
Wow.
and then I'm like, okay, well now I really have to like get up and like go get it if I want it, or just like
it's like
Okay.
that takes
change
too
the
much
environment.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it, like, so, because apparently that does damage it, but I will.
Hopefully you have a
actually
good case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Buy a good case.
Buy a
and
good
throw
case and
your
just throw your
phone.
phone.
Yeah.
But that does say a lot about
Yeah.
how even someone who is
Yeah.
known for content creation,
Yeah.
who is literally brilliant at it and does it for a living and
Yeah.
is doing it all day, living, breathing it,
Yeah.
still gets incredibly frustrated and overwhelmed by it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
all the time. And I think it comes back to just like having a plan. And when I schedule like my month,
I'm feeling this.
I'm like, wow. And sometimes you get so excited because you're like, wow, I just like filmed a bunch of content. Like, I want to post it right now. But really, if you just schedule, like, if you film, say, 12 reels in one take, that's 12 days out of a 30-day month. That's like half your content's done.
Yeah.
And instead of drafts, schedule it out.
I am scheduling this and I am reporting back. Like I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, help me! I'm gonna do it, and it's gonna be so
gonna be
hard,
so
but it's gonna be
good.
so good.
So good. Yeah.
What's
Like-
one moment you questioned it all,
Yeah.
and what reminded you of your purpose?
I feel like losing clients, not like losing clients, but like renewing clients. Like if a client goes somewhere else, or I don't even actually know if they ever go somewhere else. They just take a break and then.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like I can find it, like I can take it personally because I'm so involved and so invested in my business because I am the face of it. I am so in it. It's just like always like a work in progress of like, okay, let's like not tie our self-worth to our business and my income. So I think that's it a lot of the times too. And then what reminds me to stay in it is really just sometimes like going on Instagram, like, oh my God, so many people need help.
I was just gonna say how it's
So like, oh my God, I could get
just
like
knowing how much
tomorrow.
you help people.
Yeah.
Knowing how much you help
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Because I really and seeing all the past clients that I have had, and I'm like, oh my God, our work is so good. Like it's amazing. I like we give people glow ups, a lot of the time. And I love a good glow up. I do love it. So I think it's just reminding yourself of what impact you want to have in a longer term, like even 5 years plus instead of like tomorrow or next week or the end of the quarter. Cause we can get so caught up on like these short-lived, short-term goals. But then it's like, if you're building a true brand, you want to be known for something long term. Like, what's your legacy? And you don't have to go that deep, but it's like truly like what got you there in the beginning. It's like, it's your story. Like I told you, like it's your personal story and how much you can help someone where you were like 10 steps behind or whatever. So it's just about the people, like reminding yourself your income, your bank account, if business is slow sometimes, like not to take it personally. If it's great sometimes, not to
Like ride that wave so much either,
100%.
because that high can also result into like a really low low.
Yeah, when things change.
Yeah,
and
and
not
they
taking
can.
it because it can. Because we
Yeah.
don't control anything.
Yeah.
No.
I take
Especially
things personal
in-
sometimes.
yeah,
Like, I
I
need to
think
separate
we all
myself.
do.
I
Yeah.
think
It's a
so.
business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can see that, especially
Yeah.
like a client or like
Yeah.
if I see someone that gets another another
Yeah.
pet carrier, and I'm like, oh my God. But
Yeah.
I remember like I'm here to help. I'm
Yeah.
here for you. Like great. Like
Yeah.
if you found something that works, great. If
Great.
it's not me,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
I'm still gonna be here if you ever need anything,
Yeah.
and I'll be here supporting you. And
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then like I think you just remember your why and just
Yeah,
know
your why.
that everything's gonna change and we can't control anything.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
definitely can't control what other people do. All we can
No.
control is ourselves.
No.
And if they don't like you, they don't like you.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I've learned
Yeah.
that you cannot force people
Yeah.
to like you. If they don't
Yeah.
like you, they
Yeah.
vibe with you.
Like you don't like it. I don't like everybody.
I know,
it's-
I don't like anyone.
I certainly don't like.
and I say that not because I've never really had that really happen, but there has been, because I'm so used to positive feedback, and that the second one is kind of neutral. I'm like, oh, so you're not obsessed
With my
Obsessed with-
work? Like you just thought it was okay? Like what can I do better? And I think that's just like a
Yeah.
people pleasing, like
Mm.
personal trauma thing that I have
Yeah.
to heal and work on
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah.
But I think when you are so involved in your own business, it's so easy to attach yourself to outcomes and results.
That's true.
When it's really important to detach yourself from it.
I completely agree.
Because
So,
it literally
yeah.
consumes you. Like
It
heal-
can.
heal
It
the
can.
soul.
It can.
can.
But I think again also too, like I'm a huge believer in like our brain needs proof, right? And so the more like when I started getting returns, like when I started like having people that were like, oh, this didn't work for me, or I didn't like it, or my dog didn't fit, or whatever. I always took a person to go, how can I help? How can we change this? Like let's get a different size. And then it started, and then the more that it doesn't happen, right? The more that everyone's like, this is amazing and this is amazing. And I'm like, oh my God. So it is working. It is, and so you just kind of have to, I mean, it's,
learn to be okay with that.
Yeah, learn to be okay.
And it's just like reps. Over time.
Always about practice.
Yeah. And it does get better, I think, too. Like our first 5 years.
Practice makes perfect in everything.
Yeah. 100%.
Hey, I'm so excited. Thanks for being here. Yeah, you were amazing. And I hope everyone loved it.
Yeah, I think that was a very good.
Thanks for having me.